Welcome back. 5:12 is your time, and all morning long here on Denver 7, we're remembering longtime Broncos owner Pat Bowlen.
The Bowlen family and the Broncos confirmed overnight that Mr. B passed away peacefully after a years-long battle with Alzheimer's.
Denver 7's Broncos insider Troy Rank is live from Mile High Stadium this morning. And Troy, you've covered this team for years. It's clear everyone from the players and coaches, support staff, they all loved working for Pat.
Yeah, it's a solemn day here for Broncos country. You know, Pat Bowlen, he seeded day-to-day operations of the Broncos in 2014, but his presence was still felt at Dove Valley and the facility. Certainly they won Super Bowl 50, but what I remember most is covering them when they won Super Bowl 32 against the Packers. They were heavily underdogs in that game, similar to like the Jets versus the Colts. They find a way with John Elway to win his first Super Bowl. Terrell Davis is MVP. That changed how this entire franchise was seen. If you think back to 1977 and the Orange Crush that put the Broncos on the map, it was that Super Bowl that finally gave credence to the Denver Broncos. They won, then they won back-to-back to show there was no fluke involved, and it was directly related to Pat Bowlen's commitment to winning. He did everything for the players to make their lives better in terms of extra seats on the plane, bigger hotel rooms, video equipment that was modern. They had the biggest coaching staff at times during his tenure. He was so competitive, remember this, he would do triathlons even as he was the owner. That competitiveness bled into how he ran the football team, and it also helped them achieve a standard that none of us thought was possible when you were growing up in Colorado. But think of this stat that will forever define Pat Bowlen. Since he took over the Broncos in 1984, the Broncos have had 7 losing seasons. They've had 7 Super Bowl appearances. So the same number of Super Bowl appearances as losing seasons. That should give you an idea of his legacy. They've also extended their sellout streak since 1970 under his watch. He was an historic figure in terms of the broadcast committee of the NFL to grow the sport, also in growing the sport in Europe. Pat Bowlen's legacy will be finally cemented in the Hall of Fame this summer. A solemn day today, but when you remember Pat Bowlen, remember him as the greatest sports owner in Colorado history. Back to you guys in the studio.
He set the bar incredibly high.
Yes, huge shoes to fill someday.